Okay, I've been a little slow to responding and making this video. Recently, I posted a video on YouTube of, I don't know, people call it all kinds of weird names, pop, crackle, burble, whatever, tune. Um, so what I'm going to do is make a video on a Gen 4 of how to do it the correct way. And by the correct way, I mean not by disabling the DFCO, which is, I don't even know why people do that. I know it's a quick, easy thing to do, but you know, we don't want to do that. We want the DFCO because the DFCO causes the vehicle to slow down at the same time, and that gives you that loud sound that you get like in a manual when you let off, and it's real abrupt and it sounds like it's dragging, like whoa. That you need that DFCO to get that sound. So what we have here is a 5.3 truck that I did locally. That was complaining about the tune that he had on it, said he wanted to retune on it. He didn't like the tune that the last person put on it. So we'll start by assuming that you have already tuned your vehicle. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to Spark. And you need the exhaust sound to sound appropriate for this. Now, it is best to have long tubes and straight pipes and maybe mufflers to get what you need here. So one of the first things is, this is what your overspeed and underspeed should look like. This will get you that nice cam sound at idle, even if you don't have a cam. You can see the minimum base spark stock, minimum base spark now. You need to be able to get negative spark in order to achieve what we're trying to get here. Okay, so you want the negative spark on the base. Okay, the next thing is we need to move to fuel. Power enrichment. Power enrichment, we make it super rich up top. You can see this is stock, or sorry, what the last tuner had on there. And this is what we have now. You make it super rich up top because you want to load it up with fuel. Okay, increase the ramping rate, get the throttle down low. If it pulls a trailer, if it's a truck and it pulls a trailer, you want to stay above 45 to 50% throttle for the power enrichment. You're going to want to come over to cutoff. Now, you need the lowest RPM you can get for enable and disable for de-acceleration fuel cutoff. You are going to want to, let's take a look here. This is the cylinder air enable. We moved it to 0.6. Yes, okay, I was trying to figure out why I did this, but basically the cylinder air mass must be below this value to enable DFCO. So you want it so as soon as you let off the gas, it disables the it enables DFCO, cutting fuel and causing the vehicle to load up and slow down. Enable TPS, we have ours set at 30%. Disable, we have it set at 32%. I'm sorry, yeah, 32%. Now, the next thing is, what's going to come up is vehicle speed. This is a 6L80. And what happens is while you're slowing down, every time it downshifts to the next gear, it sprays fuel for a split second. And then the DFCO cuts and it pops and it bangs, and then it slows down a little bit more, and then it switches gears again and it repeats. You need to play with the enable and disable speeds for DFCO to get it to kick on and off, on and off, on and off, in order to basically make it pop and whatnot. Now, the video that I posted about the truck that I did, you can hear it really nicely. I haven't been able to save it, but the customer sent me a video, and when it does it at nighttime, it actually shoots a good solid 12-13 inches of flame out of the tailpipe. So that turned out really well. Now, fuel cut. So, entry spark. You have entry and exit spark. These are left stock, actually. I tried messing with them, and I really didn't get anywhere with them. it really didn't do much for me. Fuel cut delay, we gave it 10 crank rotations. This is how far the crank is, how many times the crank's allowed to rotate before the fuel gets shut off. And this just makes sure to basically add even more fuel when the vehicle's slowing down. Now, like I said, one of the big things is your throttle, and not your throttle, is enable speed and disable speed. So, enable speed, the vehicle speed must exceed this value to enable DFCO. Well, then you have your disable speed, okay, which is the speed it shuts off at. Turns on at 25, shuts off at 22. When it shuts off, it sprays fuel. Okay, when it drops the next gear and it shuts off again, it's going to crack and pop. This is for an automatic vehicle, obviously. We'll probably make a video for a manual vehicle here in the future, but this is for 4th gen automatic LS, so we're talking 07.5 up trucks, cars, whatever. And it's super simple. And at the end of the day, this is the best way to think about it. You need a ton of fuel, and basically, when you load up on the fuel, the pipes get hot, the fuel goes down the exhaust pipe, and the fuel actually ignites from the extreme temperatures in the exhaust pipe rather than just washing out or whatever. This isn't really desirable, but it won't really hurt anything. There's more changes that you can make in different areas if you really want. Everybody does things a little bit differently. One of the things is that you can find the section of your mass airflow where your mass airflow goes after you tromp on it and get off, and you can make it pig rich in that area so it starts dumping fuel. You got to make sure it's an area where you don't drive. So let's say you idle at 2250, and let's say you tromp on it, you get to all the way up to 6,000 RPMs, and you let off. And as soon as you let off, your mass airflow hits 1050. Take all this, add 20%, add 50%, make it rich. Make it so that when you let off for that split second before DFCO kicks in, it sprays all kinds of fuel that it doesn't need. And that, again, will lead you to the same things. It'll more cracks, more pops, whatever. Just something to keep in mind and play with is that it's messing with timing and messing with fuel, and that's it. The main thing is getting the DFCO to actually kick in. This truck, when you would slow down, DFCO stock would really never kick in. So, and it's weird because in most forums and stuff, you're going to see people telling you to disable the DFCO, when in reality, you need to make it more active. Anybody have any questions, please feel free to message me, and I'll see if I can get you an answer.